Welcome to Irie Chat, a travel show that talks about life and everything else. We're in Memphis, Tennessee to meet with brothers Joseph and David Higgins of the Chinese Connection Dub Embassy. We thought we'd meet Joseph and David at Central BBQ right in downtown. Unfortunately, their brother Omar Higgins, lead vocals and bass, recently passed in April. Despite unfortunate circumstances, the band has continued performing, even opening up recently for Kimani Marley. Alright, welcome guys to the show, and first off I want to just say thank you for joining us on the show today. First question I want to ask you guys is, where did the name Chinese Connection CCDE, where did that name come from?
I gotta do the Chinese Connection.
Okay,
part.
go for it.
So me and Omar,
gives me some
older
time to
brother.
get some of these wings.
Okay, get your wings on. I'm watching. No, but the Chinese Connection, that portion came from a movie we grew up watching. It was originally titled Fist of Fury. They changed the name because there was a big movie, French Connection, that came out here. They thought if they messed with the name a little bit, they could get those kind of fans, to American fans, to latch on to this Bruce Lee film. So they changed the title to the Chinese Connection. And we watched the movie. We didn't know any of that. We just loved Bruce Lee. And then we started understanding the theology behind that specific movie, and the race relations within that movie, and him fighting against political rule and injustice, and him just down to the very end, and that we were like, that's it. That's it. They fight political rule, fight against injustice, fight against, bigotry. We were like, we want to represent that. So Chinese Connection. And the Dub Embassy, I'll let Joseph.
The Dub Embassy part, that dub is like a manipulation of sounds with delays, heavy into the reggae community. You hear it with, especially like Lee Scratch Perry, people like that really brought it to the forefront and really made dub something more than just going into the studio and putting a little bit of reverb or something on, really making that an art form and being like dub being something. And we do that a lot in our music. Embassy part, we see ourselves as a safe haven. Literally, anybody can come and rock with our shows. Don't have to worry about any negativity.
It's amazing. One thing I've heard recently is that Memphis has deep roots in reggae music. How is that?
Oh my goodness. On a mainstream level, to give him any credit is weird, but Elvis has some credit in there because Crying in the Chapel, which was a cover, he covered Crying in the Chapel, and Bob Marley heard that version and did a song called Selassie in the Chapel, which is basically praise and worship to Haile Selassie, His Imperial Majesty. And it was very stripped down, Nod Bingy, drum sessions and acoustic guitar, and him just singing about Selassie. And that was the first Rastafarian song that he ever put out. And from there, people just started hearing that word. What is Ras? What's Rasta? Right. What was Haile Selassie? What is this?
Well, I know you all came out with the album, The Firm Foundation, a few years ago. What's the meaning behind that album?
The foundation, we're trying to set the drum, bass, guitar, keys. Before we get to any of the other than singing and stuff, we're gonna set something strong that literally you could like put in. Well, we could, because we were known for backing a lot of artists, and without that foundation, we figured they would never be able to go as far as we need to that strong.
And that's purposely why we put instrumentals on the record that are just straight instrumentals. And no vocals. We want people to just listen to the foundational rhythm and just vibe off the music itself.
I've seen you all perform, and I noticed during the performance you give a shout out to Omar Higgins, who is your brother. Just for those who are not familiar with it, who is Omar Higgins?
A brother, the best when it came to just being a good person, comedic, so many layers to him. He wasn't just one way, even though he was, but if that makes any sense, like he was tough when he needed to be, but he was also very, very humble, very, very just considerate when he needed to be as well. He had his times where he was like, he had his Omar day. Like Tuesdays was all right. Like, leave me alone. This is my day to just chill. And we respected that, but he deserved it, even a lot more. And but like he was saying, even from just creating, I remember asking him, like, what's your ultimate goal? He said, I want to build like a musical family as well. Like he had this immediate family, but he wanted to build a musical family. And coming out of the punk rock scene, and he was a promoter, New York. He's got friends literally all over the world. And when it came to his music, he was kind of like somebody that rescues. Like he would take the misfits, misfit kids, and the kids that are struggling, and he would find what they shine in, and make up for their weak spots by bringing them together, and like we make each other better. Because everybody, whoever played in either our punk rock bands or our reggae bands or anything project we did, it was never about chops. By chops, I mean your musical expertise, you being a great musician or anything like that. He really looked at the spirit. Is this a good person? Does this person have ambition? Does this person want to, like, especially from our experience, we're playing with him since like in church in 2007, and to playing more live with him in 09 on up, and he just like being around people that was scarred and didn't really have an idea of what they wanted to do. And he was saying, "Man, come with me, man. I can help you out a little bit. I can if you love playing music and you can vibe with the family, let's do it." So,
well, I know you all you have a key role in developing Mojo Festival in Everett. So, what exactly is Mojo Festival?
Mojo Festival is going to be the ultimate Memphis experience, because we're gonna get some other artists, bigger artists but they're Memphis rooted. But we're here to try to bring the artists that people always be like, oh, you're just local. Oh, you're just local. We want to put them on the same stages as like Cardi B, Gary Clark Jr., all these different people. We're trying to show people that Memphis, that's one thing about Memphis. We, as a Memphian, you kind of get a little spoiled with saying, man, I can hear a great band on Beale Street or Midtown anytime. I'm gonna wait till this time and go see them. But around the world, you got places like in Texas that they really treasure these acts, and like, man, I may not see this guy again. Let me go see him, kind of thing. In Memphis, you got so many of the same kind of genre music that people are like, I can catch this on a Wednesday, I can catch this on a Friday. So we want to kill that stereotype.
I want to ask, I asked you guys a few questions. Anything I haven't asked that you want your fans to know about?
GoFundMe page up for Omar. If y'all can, whatever you can give to that. I'm not gonna say exactly what.
Just pay attention. Like you said, can stay unified. Each one to each one. Share with each other knowledge.
Yes.
Anything you can do. If you see anybody in need, and you have just information that you can tell to help them to better themselves, please do that. That's something I learned from this whole situation with Omar. Like, just a lot more people are coming through and just sharing information, hints, and ideas.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining us on the show today. Joining us for having our Irie Chat.
Yes.
Best of luck. I know you guys are
performing tonight. So best of luck for that. I'll definitely keep an eye out for any upcoming performances, and music, and albums from you guys. So best of luck on everything.
Bless.